Let's address the elephant in the room. Hold your applause. I just got off of work. Why the fuck am I all slanted like that? I haven't recorded it. I haven't sat down and recorded something in a second, so I figured I'd do that before I go shower and work on editing. I have been working on one video. It's just I've been smoking weed and that kind of hinders me editing because I keep rewatching everything that I did edit and changing it, and it's just got to the point where I'm gonna stop smoking today, at least for the remainder of the editing process as well as this process. So I'm not gonna pick up nothing until either later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Most likely tomorrow because this is probably gonna take me a bit. But you know, I just thought I'd hop on here and talk about some wacky shit I saw today. Now that my world has been very tame, other than a haircut and editing, where I drive around for work has not been all sunshine and rainbows. So let me get into the first little bit. 7 days ago, but I think it was the 10th of this month. I don't know where I'm going at with this for like just setting this up. But anyway, there was one night that I was charged with ordering Domino's. Charged as in like it's my responsibility to get Domino's for me and my brothers. Not a problem. I've ordered pizza before. I worked at a pizza spot. Not a problem at all. So I called Domino's. I didn't want to call Domino's. I used their app first. I had a big order of like 4 pizzas, 2 things of lava cakes, and I had a free cheesy bread with it because I had points. So that was my order. But all the pizzas were all custom and all different types of. So when I was putting it through the app, the store was like, "We're not doing that." And I was like, "Okay, cool." I called the store because it gave me a number to call the store in case there was any problems. I call the store. There's this Indian dude. I say he's Indian because the way he was trying to talk to me, he wasn't understanding anything I was saying, and he kept asking me to repeat myself. So, okay, no problem. I've dealt with people like that before, especially when I was on the other end of that phone. I was like, all right, I'll take as long as you need, man, as long as you want. I sat on that phone for 20 minutes, and for a good 8 or 9 of those minutes, he was silent, trying to figure things out. And I was like, "Do you need help, buddy? Is there something I can do for you?" He's like, "Yeah, hold on, it's not working on my end either," because there was coupons I wanted to use. And then he's like, "Okay, well, let me transfer you to the store. Maybe they can help you." And I was like, "Okay," but I'm just sitting there at my kitchen, and I'm like, who am I talking to if you're not at the store? Am I talking to customer service? Is customer service making my pizza right now? Where the is my pizza coming from? On top of that, who is this guy? Because I thought I called Domino's, but I just called the manager rep of Domino's. What's going on? So anyway, they transfer me to the store. They hang up at me immediately. I call back like 2 or 3 times. They hang up on me immediately. So then it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go to a different store. And I call up a different store, and I'm telling them all the same things, all my whole order, and I'm asking about the coupons. And then the lady, I think she was, I'm not gonna guess age, but she was probably like, this may be her first or second job or whatever but she's like, I'm not sure if I can do something like that. Like, I just started here a little bit ago. I'm like, okay, well, can you get a manager or something to do it for you? Like someone that knows these codes? And she goes, I don't think we have anybody on shift that knows codes. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't know anybody on shift that knows the codes? You don't have like a supervisor or a manager on shift? And she's like, we do, but they don't know what they're doing. I'm like, well, thank you for letting me know they don't know what they're doing. Okay, well, I'll call you back later. I never called her back. What I ended up doing was on the app, I took my order, changed the store to that store that I just called, and they ended up making my for me. Although they did forget 1 box, but I ran back in there, and I was like, receipt, I'm missing this one. You gave me everything else but this one. I had 2 of this one. He's like, oh, and then he took from a different order, just gave me that box. I was like, awesome. See you later. I think it was on Wednesday or whatever day it was, but I was at work and I was done for the day and I didn't have anything else to do for the day. So what I normally do is when I'm done, I will go find somewhere to hide and off for the day. Because that's what I'm being like, that's like the message that's underlying that I'm being told. Because it's either I can go sit and do nothing for the rest of the day, or I can come hide and do nothing for the rest of the day. And I'd rather be alone doing whatever the I want to do. I don't want to sit in a building doing nothing with my feet up and being look like, oh, he's not working. Well, I'm done for the day. What do you want me to do? Anyway, typically I go and I f off for the rest of the day and I just go chill out somewhere. Today was at a park, or that day was at a park. And I pull up to the park and there's a car that's also pulled off to the side, like the roads here, I'm off on the side. This car was maybe 80 feet ahead of me, also up on the side next to the playground. And there's a kid on the playground. I'm like, okay, cool. Wonder where the parents at, or if this kid just like lives nearby here. And I'm watching. This was Wednesday because I was watching Invincible, the newest episode. Which holy hell, you guys need to watch that if you haven't. And The Boys, which I think this was after the thing with Soldier Boy. With, you know, if you watch it, you know what I'm talking about. But newest season. Anyway, so I'm watching this and I get done watching both of these episodes, and this is like 2 and some hours later, and I pick my head up and the kid is still playing there, the car's still there, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not suspecting nothing. Like I'm sure this is normal. What I don't think is normal is the fact that that car was the parents' car and the little kid was just playing. So in my mind, this dude, I think it was the father or whoever the was, just took the kid, went to a playground, opened the door and said, "Let loose," and the kid just fucking scattled on the playground, played there for 2 hours alone, and the dad just sat in the car. And I'm like, oh my god. You know, if I was a little kid like that, I hope whoever drove me to the park would want to come play with me at the park. Like, if I just go to the park and I'm hanging around, jumping on I could do that at home. I could do that on your furniture. Granted that I would be little and I not know better, but I would do that in your kitchen. I'd do that on your fridge. I would climb around and hang on like it was the monkey bars, like in your little rafters of your house if you got any. Your little doorways, I'd crawl up and I'd scurry up and I'd be like, afraid to pounce on you. But yeah, I don't know. It's just me. I feel like if I went to the park as a little kid and like my dad was going to take me, and I'm like, okay, we're at the park, and then only I get out and he's in the car scrolling TikTok or on YouTube or whatever the he's doing, I'm gonna come back and I have my pockets full of mulch, dude, and I'm just gonna scatter that shit like around either in the car or in the house in spots you don't like. I think those are the only two crazy things that happened. There hasn't really been much other than people don't know how to drive, although that's a very, very common occurrence here. People do not know what the they're doing. Like, I was making a left turn, and typically when you make three-way intersection, so I was making a left turn. Okay, so one of the roads is here, and I was making my turn from here to here, right? So to me, left turn to you guys probably look like a right turn, but I was making that turn. Normally there's lines that tell you where you should stop in case, you know, because people are turning into there and you should probably not be beyond those lines. This dude was 4 feet beyond the line. Like, if the line was here, he's right here. What the people don't know how to drive, be on their phones when they driving, which is already a bad thing, but people be on their phones and like the light's green and they're just and then the light goes from green to red and then they get a honked at. Like, it's me. I don't like honking at people. You should be more aware than me having to honk at you, and if I have to honk at you and you get out and you want to start swinging on me, we got bigger problems, because why the are you swinging on me? Because you suck at driving. That's not my fault. That's your fault. I'm just letting it be known to you and everyone around me. So I don't typically honk at people. But this mother would be on his phone watching the newest Invincible episode, and the whole time the light changed 3 cycles ago. So yeah, that's the only things that have been happening lately. That and my acne still sucks. And I've been trying almost everything. I think I'm gonna see a dermatologist sometime next month. But yeah, see you.